Dear students, dear friends, in the second lecture we will focus on reading Greek texts. We will start with Gospel of John, chapter 1, and we will try to recognize the letters of alphabet, recognize diphthongs, consonants, vowels, breathing and accent marks. As you know, New Testament was written only in capital letters. Till 6th century, we had no separation between the capital letters for chapters, for words and sentences. And only after 6th century, we got the New Testament, Greek text, looking like it is now. Let's try our best to know the letters, vowels, consonant, diphthongs, accent marks, to be able to read and understand what is written in the Word of God. I read first 5 verses of Gospel of John from Nestle Aland 26th edition of the Greek New Testament. En archei ein ho logos, kai ho logos ein pros ton theon, kai theos ein ho logos, houtos ein en archei pros ton theon, panta di autou egeneto, kai choris autou egeneto, ude hon hogegonen, en auto zoe ein, kai he zoe ein to phos ton anthropon, kai to phos en te scotia phaine, kai he scotia auto u katelaben. Let's spell this word. The first vowel is alpha, then comes rho, he, eta, archei. Archei means beginning, ruler. In the English word archangel, we have first part of the word arch, which means chief or the ruler, chief angel. We have another word, archbishop. Arch means the main one or the most important, archbishop. Archei means beginning, ruler. The second word, very important for you to know, ho logos. Let's spell it. Lambda, omicron, gamma, omicron, sigma. Logos. Logos means word, statement, message, saying, idea. It has a very large range of meaning. Especially in the Gospel of John, it means personal wisdom and power. The third word to read and memorize, chi, kappa, alpha, iota, means and, but. Small but very often used in New Testament. Theos, the first letter, theta, then comes epsilon, omicron, and sigma, ho theos, God. He zoe, the first letter, zeta, omega, eta. He zoe means life. We have English word comes from the Greek word zoology, science about life. Zoe, life. Next word to spell and memorize, tophos. First letter phi, then omega, sigma at the end, spelled with a long tail. Tophos means light. We know several words in English that came with a root from Greek word tophos. One is very famous, photograph, a picture made with the help of light. Last word to spell and memorize, ton anthropon, which means human beings or men. In this case, we have first letter alpha, then nu, then we have letter theta, rho, omega, pi, omega, nu. Ho anthropos means human being or man. And translation will be, in a beginning, from old, was the Word, and the Word was with God. Or pros also means in direction to, in the same direction, toward to, together with God, and the Word was God. Second verse, he or hutos also means the same. He was in the beginning, toward or with, in direction to God. Third verse, panta, everything, everyone, dia autou egeneton, through him, happened, was created, came into being, kai choris autou, without him, egeneto, happened, came into being, was created, ho gegogen, which have been created. Verse 4, in him was life, and life was light to the human beings. Verse 5, and the light in the darkness shines, and the darkness didn't put him down, didn't overcame, didn't overpowered him. Here you can see picture of one of the well-preserved New Testament manuscript ever known to exist. It dated about 2nd century AD. Contain almost all Gospel of John. It's known as Papyrus 66 or Bodmer Papyrus. Manuscript was found near Egypt, and scholars were so surprised because the first 26 leaves were basically fully intact and even stitching of the binding remained. If you look carefully, you will be able to recognize capital letters of the writing. Now you will be able to understand better the words which written in Revelation 1 verse 3. John says, "Blessed is the one who reads aloud the words of this prophecy, and blessed are those who hear it and obey it as it written, because the time is near." In any language, we have consonants and vowels. Vowels are vocal sounds or vocalized letters. We can easily sing them. Consonants are opposite. They have partial or full closure of the vocal tract. In Greek, we have 7 vowels, and you can see and find most of them. In the first 3 verses of Gospel of John, we can identify all different vowels of the Greek alphabet. Let's name them one by one. Alpha, eta, omicron, iota, epsilon, second verse, upsilon, and third verse, omega, all 7 vowels. If 2 vowels stay together and a second vowel, very necessary to know iota or upsilon, remember iota or upsilon second vowel, they will be called diphthong. It's pronounced as one sound. In Greek language we have 8 diphthongs, 4 formed with iota and 4 formed with second vowel upsilon. In this text you can find number of them, few with iota second vowel and few with upsilon second vowel. Let's read them. First line at the end, kai. Second verse, diphthong, u. Third verse, again diphthong, u. Fourth verse, au. And the last 5th verse, diphthong, a. And again repetition, o. As you see, some of the diphthongs are very often repeated. Some of diphthongs you find very seldom in a text. Normally, at the end of the word, iota subscript. And then we talk about improper diphthong. Improper diphthong, where iota subscript doesn't affect pronunciation. We do not pronounce iota, but it's very important for translation. It's changing the form of the word completely, and we're talking about completely different meaning. That is what Jesus talking about chapter 5 of Gospel of Matthew. Not a single iota will disappear from the law until all is fulfilled. Few improper diphthongs we can find in a text. Second word, arhe, you can see tiny iota subscript. We do not pronounce it. Second verse, arhe, again iota subscript. Fourth verse, auto, iota subscript. And the 5th verse, te scotia, iota subscript. I highlighted for you few vowels combination in a text. Question for you, is it diphthongs or not? Let's remember the rule of diphthongs. It has to be second vowel iota or upsilon. In this case, all vowels except the last one have other vowels, omicron or eta. The last vowel has iota, but iota stays first. It means all these vowel combinations are not diphthongs. Let's talk about breathing marks. Greek language has 2 types of breathing marks, smooth and rough. Any word begins with a vowel or raw has a breathing mark. Breathing mark placed over the line. If comma looks to the right, it's called smooth breathing. If comma looks to the left, like in a word hologos, definite article ho, we call it rough breathing. Breathing marks important to recognize the form of the word. Greek language has 3 types of accents. Accent is the stress which we place on a certain syllable in a word. Like we're saying student, not student. Acute accent, the line goes up and normally voice goes up. Grave accent, line over the vowel goes down. And a circumflex, the line is like an arch or sometimes like
tilde and shows the voice rose and then dropped a little bit. At the moment, we're not using this accent as the voices. They are just there as a historical point.
Hope this lesson was helpful for you to put in practice what you learn, and especially to learn your first Greek words. May God bless you and help you to get more interested and more absorbed in the Word of God. And may His Spirit lead you to understand and love God.